Well, hello everybody. I'm sitting out here in a building that I built with my own two hands, doing a little bit of reflection. Um, I had some words today with someone, and when I think back on it, I think about what I'm trying to do in my life. And every step of everything that I do, I try to achieve excellence in it. And the enemy of progress is perfection. And I know this, but I still try to do quality work. I still try to do everything to the best of my ability. So, that said, I built this building that I'm sitting at. As you can tell, under the eaves, they still need boxed in. I still need insulation in my rafters, you can see behind me there. I still need to close in those eaves on that end there. But it's here, and it functions as a wood shop for me. And so I do a lot of projects out of this building. It's a 20 by 12 or 20 by 16, something like that. But I built it last July in 2 weekends. And, it works for me, so it's fine. But the enemy of progress is perfection. And so I'm trying to do this work, and I'm trying to do the best I possibly can. But I'm also trying to make sure that everything is done on time so that those relying on me can make sure that that happens. Right? And we can worry about perfection when the product is delivered. And if we need to make adjustments, we can make adjustments. Well, I thought about this, and the more I think about it, and it makes me so mad to get pressured on something for one way or another, to either be pressured in perfection or be pressured in progress. Because if you're pressured in progress, you do that to the point at which it lacks quality. So there's a balance, like all things in life, that need to be maintained. So whenever you're doing something, you must have a balance. I tend to strive more towards the balance with a little bit more focus on quality. A little bit more. Well, quite a bit more, actually. I've been remodeling my house for 7 years. My house is about 1,200 square feet. It's not much. And I still have some work to do in the kitchen. I still have some work to do in the back bathroom. And I have a complete laundry room to redo and a complete bedroom to redo still. By the end of this summer, I should be done, Lord willing, with the kitchen, the back bathroom, and the laundry room. And I'll just have a bedroom. But when you think about doing things and striving for a good goal, I also think about, would this be something I would be proud to tell others of? And you have to keep something true to you. And if you have someone pushing you to do something that isn't right, let's say it's your boss, or if it's a project manager or something like that, I suggest that you tell these people no. I suggest you tell them no. And you do the best you possibly can do for them, even though they probably don't understand what is the best. Because oftentimes, your bosses or whomever you're working for, if you're a contractor and do some work like I do, then they don't, the homeowner calls you because 9 times out of 10, they don't know what they're doing. And when they call you and they don't know what they're doing, they're going to tell you they know what they're doing. They don't want to be outsmarted by someone. They don't want to be put down by someone, which we're not going to put somebody down for not knowing something. We're glad you don't. You called us. But the problem is someone's going to tell you, hey, I know everything about this, or I know this, that, and the third, and you don't. Um, that's why you're calling me to do it, and I'll come do it, and I'll take care of you. Now, not everybody's as honest as I am, but when I'm hired to do something, I do it to the best of my ability. And that's the only way to be. And as Scripture will tell you, you don't do your work for others necessarily. You do your work to perfect your craft in a way that glorifies God. And that's obviously a loose translation of my understanding of what I have read, but your work goes to glorify God. And so I'm not going to do anything that I don't think will glorify God. And I'm going to do everything to the best of my ability. And some people get mad at me about it. Some people tell me that I'm not doing what I need to be doing, but they don't even know what needs to be done, okay, in different aspects. And, but I'm going to keep on trucking on. I'm going to keep on doing what I need to do to make sure that things are done right in my own life. And so I'm going to keep remodeling this house. And when a buddy comes and asks me, hey, I've got a place I need to replumb, I'm going to help him. Because I'm only on this trip on this planet one time, right? I'm only here one time. And it's not for money. It's not for glory. I don't care if you like me or not. I'm here simply because I'm here. And that's fine. But I'm going to make the most of it in glorifying God while I'm here. And so if I can do something to help somebody that deserves help, I'm going to do that. But in the same aspect, I'm not going to put up with people trying to take advantage of me or people trying to make stuff up. So I don't believe anyone should, in their professional or their personal life, put up with nonsense. You need to do what you're good at doing, and you need to do it to the best of your ability. But do not let perfection get in the way of you accomplishing the things that need to be done. So, I wish someone would have told me that 10 years ago, because I was a big perfectionist, worried about a 4.0. I graduated summa cum laude, or whatever. I don't even know how to pronounce it now, right? But I was worried about perfection. And I should not have worried about perfection. And now those 3 Latin words, that Latin phrase, means nothing in my life. Absolutely nothing. And when I graduated graduate school, same GPA. Okay, so I did the same thing through graduate school. There was no need. I should have focused on more of the actual content and more of trying to learn from the professors who were there, as opposed to learning from the book. And I wanted to learn from the book, and if the book said something that disagreed with the professor, I was the first to bring it up or come up with something to try to be right. And I should not have done that. And that is one of the things I regret in my life. I regret trying to seek perfection when there is no perfection to be had. It might have been more perfect had I learned the humanistic side of my field. So, learn from me. Don't learn from yourself. Because it took 6 years for me to learn that lesson through school, and I didn't even learn it then. It took me another 6 or 7 thereafter to actually learn that. And but it's a good lesson. And now it's just about living. Life is about living. And it's not about pronouncing your words right. It's not about sounding fancy. It's not about driving a nice car. It's about living. You hear my ducks in the background? I love them. My wife's in the house. I love her. I've built a building where I can come out here and use my hands to create things. Love it. But I'm not putting up with no nonsense. And I'm not trying to be perfect. So be good people. And we'll see you next time.